Record-breaking summer temperatures and multiple heat waves have left Europe's essential waterways drained. Across Europe, prolonged drought is rapidly drying up major rivers in the continent. Parts of the continent have not received proper rainfall for almost 2 months. Meteorologists say the drought could become the continent's worst in more than 500 years. Officials have warned that without effective mitigation, the intensity and frequency of droughts will only increase dramatically in the region. Let's take a look at some of the major rivers that are under threat and how it can impact the continent. Now, a vital part of Northwest Europe's economy for centuries, the Rhine flows from Switzerland through Germany before reaching the North Sea. Water levels of the Rhine River fell dangerously low due to a prolonged drought in Germany. The water level dropped below 40 centimeters in Coab. The 40 centimeter level is considered necessary for transportation along the river. However, the level fell to 38 centimeters. Federal waterways authorities' forecasts suggest the water levels can fall further next week. A drop by 10 to 15 centimeters is estimated. Now, this has restricted distribution of coal, petrol, wheat, and other commodities amid a looming energy crisis in Europe. Several German companies depend on the Rhine River for their supply of fuel. Companies have been forced to reduce the load of ships, and switching to railways or roadways is proving difficulty. Now, rivers in France might not be crucial from an economic perspective, but they help cool the nuclear plants that produce 70% of the country's electricity. Prolonged drought, low water levels, and high temperatures imply that the nuclear plants will have to cut down on output. In France, strict rules govern how far nuclear plants can raise river temperatures when they discharge cooling water. So if the rivers are overheated, the plants are left with no choice but to reduce production. With Europe reeling under an imminent energy crisis, France's authorities have allowed 5 plants to break these rules. Now, Italy's longest river Po has also been impacted. Water levels are lower by 2 meters than usual. The Po Valley in Italy accounts for nearly 40% of Italy's agricultural production. However, rice growers in the area have been warning that they might lose a significant amount of their crop. High temperatures are drying out paddy fields, and crops are spoiled by seawater sucked in by the low river water levels. In the protected wetlands of the river's delta near Venice, water's oxygen content has also reduced to the extent that a lot of clams growing there are being killed. Now, across the English Channel, the source of the River Thames in Gloucestershire has dried up. The river source has shifted more than 5 miles downstream. One of the mightiest rivers in the continent is now struggling to find free-flowing water. England suffered its driest July since 1935, as the country received 75% less rainfall than average. Parts of England and Wales are now in the middle of an extreme heat alert. Prolonged hot and dry weather conditions have already caused a drought in 8 areas of central, southern, and eastern England.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.